The latest episode of Stavi's World with Stavros and Eric Andre feels like two comics laughing at something that might actually be true. Stav jokes that when mainstream entertainment rejects you, there's another lane waiting. Rumble, Truth Social, Austin, Texas.
When are you going to Greece next? We'll go. We'll film some shit.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do a new show where I just film fucking.
That's smart.
Anthony Bourdain meets Hunter S. Thompson.
You would actually be great at that because you actually do that shit.
I pitched it all over town. HBO pass, Netflix pass, everybody pass. I'm just gonna do the YouTube. I'll be the Mr. Beast with no budget.
Yeah.
Shoestring $1.99 Mr. Beast.
It'll do well though. It will do well.
Hopefully, once I get on Rumble or Ramble or whatever the fuck.
Get on Rumble.
Say the N-word every episode.
Get whatever type of person is considered the lowest to fight each other. Do bum fights in each country. Find whatever their N-word is, and then make them fight. Dude, you'll do numbers. Smart.
Sure, that's
that right pivot. You get mad. No one picked up your travel show. You go fucking right. That would be so funny. Dude, the other black guy, the black dudes who just go right because they can't get a mainstream entertainment career would be so pissed to see you coming. Like, fuck, a real entertainer's decided to go right? Well, there goes my whole bullshit.
I moved to Austin for this fucking shit.
Austin sits at the center of that conversation. The city has become a symbol, a place where comics relocate when they feel done with Los Angeles or New York, a place tied to the comedy mothership, Joe Rogan's orbit, and a scene that markets itself as freer and less restricted. Stav and Eric clearly have mixed feelings about it. They mock the trend of entertainers moving there when their careers stall. There's a sense that for some, Austin isn't just a creative move, it's a survival move. Then you pivot to Jesse Jet Ski Johnson's Jet Fuel podcast with Doc Willis, and the tone changes.
When I moved out here, I kept getting pulled out of the bucket during that Kill Tony show. Mm-hmm. And this was like 2017. It was at the Comedy Store. It was way different than it is now. And I had like a lot of success early on in that show. And then I just kind of stopped getting pulled. And I was realizing I was there every Monday just like waiting for a minute. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, for whatever reason, it's not working out. So I just stopped signing up. And I would work at other mics and get better. And then out of the blue, months later, maybe even a year later, I was a production assistant on the Late Late Show. And we were doing Crosswalk the Musical. I had to get up at 4 a.m., lifting all these water bottles, just working hard. And I get a text from Joel Jimenez that says, "Hey, do you want to be in the band today?" Which was the Kill Tony band. It was a much bigger position than getting pulled out of the bucket. And it ended up kind of shaping my whole career. So it was kind of like what you're saying on a small scale where it wasn't working out. So instead of wasting my time there every week, I went somewhere else and then it all paid off.
Because you assume that this thing is popular. If I can do this, then this will happen for me.
Her story is about discipline, about not getting trapped in hype. Doc Willis is even more blunt. He doesn't like the Kill Tony formats. He finds the premise, established comics critiquing newcomers mid-performance, uncomfortable.
I was watching Morgan Freeman talk about box office hits. Uh-huh. And he said that Hollywood put all the money they want and put all the stars on something. He said, that's not who make it hot. He said, it's the people. They don't control that. When you learn that, then you can apply that to all aspects of entertainment and find yourself in a better space. Most people don't do that. Most people say, oh, this is the hot thing, or this is the next thing, and I got to get on here. You know how many people was on Johnny Carson that never made it? You know what I'm saying? It's an old-ass reference. In case y'all don't know, it's a prehistoric TV show called Johnny Carson. Go back and watch.
They know what it is.
Yeah, they know.
It's the Tonight Show.
Tonight Show. Yeah, the very first one, original?
It's the original Kill Tony.
No, it ain't nothing like Kill Tony.
Well, because they're pumping out stars.
So funny, between watching to see Tony's show and the Rose Battle start.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
I had no interest. Yeah, I didn't have no interest in Tony's show. I used to be like, man, this is preposterous. Like, I never watch it. The Rose Battle, I will watch it sometimes just based on the camaraderie and the competing with each other.
Yeah.
And it was more a fair game. I didn't like the Kill Tony aspect of guys sitting back and critiquing these guys while they up there and doing all this other stuff and boom, 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 boom.
To him, Kill Tony represents the hot thing, and chasing the hot thing isn't always healthy. That's where all these conversations intersect. Because if you watch the latest Kill Tony episode, you see the volatility that comes with hype. Ryan Dory gets pulled from the bucket and immediately admits he only signed up to get Kim Congdon's attention.
I tried to send her flowers here.
Holy shit. Holy shit. This is a live stalking? This is what this show's come to?
Yes.
The show has arrived. It was one thing when everyone was bombing, guys just coming down from the woods to get all their socializing out of their system at once. But you are here to get Kim Congdon's attention?
I drove 25 hours from
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing a part of Kill Tony Live in which will one day be on one of those fucking crime shows. This is incredible. It's happening in real time.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you see Kim Congdon where you fell in love with her?
September 1st, 2022 at...
Oh my God. What the fuck?
At Mic Drop Comedy in San Diego, Kearney Mesa to be more specific. I talked to her for about 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
And do you really want me to say like some crazy stuff?
Fuck yeah! Yeah.
He drove 25 hours from Nevada, sent flowers and a $250 ring to the venue, says he thinks about her constantly, calls his mental state a psychosis, says he likes her more than his deceased mother. It's not quirky, it's alarming. Tony Hinchcliffe treats it like a live interrogation. Matt Rife tries to call Kim on speakerphone. Security reportedly escorts Ryan out through the back. Someone jokes about Dharma vibes. The audience laughs nervously. This is where the Austin conversation starts being abstract. The city has become a magnet for opportunity, yes, but it also attracts instability. There are stories about performers obsessed with conspiracy theories, regulars joking about shooting people on 6th Street with slingshots, comics participating in medical trials just to afford staying there. It's chaotic. Stav and Eric's jokes about the right-wing pivot sit inside that larger atmosphere. Austin isn't just a new comedy capital. It's a place where outsiders, rejected creators, and people looking for reinvention converge.
So when you brought a ring and flowers here,
So much potential.
you're expecting what exactly to happen? To run into her? That she'd be here, perhaps? Or...
You want the realistic
Yes.
perspective?
Yes, we do.
Realistically,
Yes.
I expect to be rejected, but just for closure, I have to, you have to swing.
But what kind of closure exactly are you looking for?
Either she's like, yeah, we could date, we could see how it goes, or no, like, this is crazy. This is a weird way to approach a woman.
A lot of women at the same time just said, that's it. Yes, that's it. Almost every woman, for the first time I've ever seen, agrees on something, on one thing. They all agree on this. They're all looking at me and shaking their heads, yes, all at once.
I got no experience here, so I think what you're doing is pretty fucking chivalrous. But
Thank you. Thank you. Someone's on my...
also, some girls like a guy to play hard to get, right? Or they want you to chase them. I mean, not literally chase them, but...
I'm fast.
You're fast?
And when you zoom out, you realize something. The right-wing pivot conversation isn't only about politics. It's about access, about where entertainers go where one door closes. It's about chasing audiences instead of building something solid. It's about desperation disguised as ideology. Jesse's career story shows one path. Step back, get better, don't get caught in the vortex. Doc's stance shows another. Don't participate if it doesn't align with you. Stav and Eric joke about a third path. If mainstream won't have you, find a crowd that will cheer no matter what. Then you have Ryan, someone who clearly got lost in proximity to a scene and confused access with connection. Austin right now feels like a pressure cooker. Opportunity and instability mixed together. Freedom marketed as authenticity. Reinvention happening in real time. The jokes on Stavy's world work because they're exaggerated, but exaggerations land hardest when there's truth underneath them. The real question hanging over all of this is simple. Are comedians moving because they're evolving or because they're cornered? And are they building careers or just pivoting to wherever the crowd is loudest? That tension is what makes the conversation compelling. Not the jokes, but the pattern behind them.